EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set, hut, go to bed. I got it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Tight down. There you go.
On second down, it's Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 70 ending. 36. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Set, ready. Check, 43. Yeah, let's get set.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Well, the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. And he's out right at the 25. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Cardinals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, it's Drake. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill, kill, kill.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Cardinals.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Patch it. 48 Mike.
1st down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, turn it up. Check. Ball trot. Undercrunch.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Check three.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
50 seconds, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Slip to 6. Pull it. Half. Over. 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Switch up. 48.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Judon, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
53, Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Here we go. Zoom. 53.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 99. Check 99.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tony Jefferson on the tackle. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
48 Mike.
To throw on third down, Murray. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch the whip.
Throwing now is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Murray now. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, third fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. On third down, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Yeah, Bryant missed it. No good. Wide to the left there for Bryant. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. But it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now throwing again. This will be caught by Brown. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike, pick it up, guys, pick it up. That's it. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I got you, Pop. Here we go. Set. 15 runner. 53. Mike, 53. Coming to you. Bang, 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 bang.
Jackson will throw again. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens 31, Cardinals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike, 48.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 57, Mike, 57. Hey, go. I'm coming. 57's the Mike, watch 57. I'm going to come back to you.
Jackson to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check, 43. Bring it.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Pernell McPhee. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
On second down now, it's Drake, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
To throw is Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Go, go. Back. 6. No. Off. Ready, go.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. Jack. Get along. West. 58, boys. 58. Mike. Time to go. Night. Check 50.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Check. Crunch. You're up. Crunch.
Throwing is Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
And the Cardinals first down.
1, ship. Watch the ship.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 43 yards.
Slam, slam, slam. Orbit. Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Echo. Watch 36. 36 the mic.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mike, 36.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second and long. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Mike's 43.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
To to throw. It's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Single receiver. Check safety, check safety. Wahoo.
Murray with a 3rd and long. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check, check, check. Check 31, check 31. Shift, shift. Delta. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Cardinals, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. From the 29, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 57 yards on the ground.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Ingram trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
This is Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
that'll set them back 5.
Buddy up. 57. Mike. 64. Wait.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shift.
Murray, one final try. Flush to his right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this will go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.